So today we are going to see flexible budget. Flexible budget is a budget which varies according to the volume of production or activity, which means that when a production increases or decreases, there will be a difference in the budget prices also. As a budget, it involves different types of costs. Okay, we need to know about those costs. Okay, so the cost may be of fixed cost, variable cost, or semi-variable cost. Okay, and fixed cost is a cost which will not vary according to the activity. Okay, even if your volume increases or decreases, it will not have any effect on the fixed cost. For example, if you even if you produce 1000 units or 1 lakh units, you are going to pay the same factory rent. You are going to pay the same interest on loan. It remains constant. You are not going to have any change in it. Okay, the landlord is not going to be concerned with what production you have done. He is going to collect the same amount of factory rent. Likewise, the bank is going to collect the same amount of interest on loan. So such costs are called as fixed cost. The basic rule of fixed cost is the total cost remains constant. The total cost will remain constant and per unit cost changes. Okay, in the same example, say for example, the factory rent is 10,000 rupees and you produce 1000 units. Okay, then per unit cost of factory rent will be 10 rupees. 10,000 by 1000 will be 10 rupees. Okay, and likewise, if you produce 10,000 units, then your factory rent is going to get reduced and it is going to be 1 rupee per unit. Therefore, when you produce in large, your per unit cost of fixed cost is going to get reduced. Okay, so your per unit cost will have a change, but the total cost will not have a change. And the next type is variable cost. Okay, it means that the cost will change according to the volume of production. When the volume increases, the cost will also increases, and when the volume decreases, the cost will also decrease. The best example is the direct material, labor, and the fuel. Okay, fuel and other direct materials which have been used, other direct expenses which have been used. Okay, so when you are going to produce 1000 units, you are going to utilize only the materials required for that particular units. Okay, when you are going to increase your production, you are going to increase the material number also. You are going to increase the labor usage also. Okay, and likewise, when you are going to decrease your volume, say you are going to produce only 500 units, then your material requirement will also come down, your labor and other expenses will also come down. Therefore, the cost will vary according to the volume of production. If it gets increased, it gets increased. If it gets decreased, it will also get decreased. And the basic rule here is the total cost will get changed. The total cost will get changed. It is just the reverse of fixed cost. But the per unit cost will remain the constant. The material cost is going to be the same. Per unit material cost is going to be the same for all the units. Therefore, per unit cost remains the same, but the total cost changes. The next type of cost is semi-variable cost. Okay, so as the name says, it is partly fixed and partly variable. It involves both the type of cost. For example, electricity bill. Okay, when you take up the electricity bill, you can see that a part of the amount is a fixed one and the part of the amount is variable one. The fixed amount is concerned with the rent which you are going to pay, and the other part is the amount which is fixed according to the consumption of electricity. The fixed part is going to be paid even if you use electricity or not. You are going to pay up a rent. Okay, therefore that is fixed, and the balance of the cost is according to the consumption of electricity. Therefore, electricity bill is a semi-variable cost, partly fixed and partly variable. Okay, likewise the telephone bill also. Okay, it also has a rent part and a consumption part. Rent part is fixed and the consumption part is variable. Okay, likewise you can take up your prepaid expenses and the other expenses wherein compulsory payment involves. A part of it is compulsory and the next one is part of the amount will get vary according to the consumption. All those are examples of semi-variable cost. Okay, so being known about fixed cost, variable cost and semi-variable cost, now we can prepare flexible budget. Okay, flexible budget is prepared for knowing about the budget cost at different levels, because the company will not be at the same position. It may increase its production capacity or it may decrease its production capacity according to the factors involved. If suppose sales is high, it is going to increase its production. Okay, if the condition is favorable, it is going to increase its production. If the conditions are not favorable, it is going to decrease its production. Therefore, as you know, the future is totally unseen. Okay, and the company has to face all those unseen challenges. It should be ready for all the capacities of production, for which drawing up a flexible budget becomes very important. So we will work out with a small example. Okay, therefore you will understand better. Now we will see how to prepare a flexible budget. I have taken an example from CMA Inter textbook of cost accounting. So in the given example, you can see that the plant capacity is 800 units. The plant capacity is 800 units and the various prices, various costs involved are being given. You can see that it has variable costs, semi-variable costs, and then fixed overheads. Under each head you can see certain expenses and the amounts are being given for that. And under semi-variable cost you can see that it has been partly fixed and partly variable. A percentage of it is fixed and the percentage of it is variable. So those expenses are listed under semi-variable cost. So now we are given with the details of capacity of 800 units. And now we are asked to prepare a flexible budget for 700 units and 1000 units accordingly. Okay, so we will take the details of 800 units as base and we will prepare for 700 and 1000 units. Okay, so we will work out a flexible budget for the question. So I have drawn a format here. You can see flexible budget, okay, and then particulars, and then I have drawn up for different units. Okay, 700 units, 800 units, and then 1000 units. Okay, for the three capacities I have taken all the three capacities, and for each capacity I am going to work out per unit cost and total. Per unit cost and total. Under particulars, list up all the expenses which are given in the question according to the order. Okay, first you have to list up variable cost and then semi-variable cost and then fixed overheads. So here I have just listed the expenses which are given in the question as it is. Okay, and we are going to total each and everything. Okay, variable we are going to total here, semi-variable will total here, and fixed cost will total here, and the total of the budget will be total here. All the three items will be total here. Okay, so now we will enter all the details for 800 units first, and then we will work out for 700 and 1000 units. Okay, so for 800 units, what has been given? Variable cost, indirect labor 12,000 and stores 4,000. Okay, the total of all the expenses are being given, but per unit cost is not being given. Accordingly, we will work out. Okay, so for variable cost, it is 12,000 and 4,000. Okay, just enter under indirect labor under 800 units, the total under the total, just enter 12,000 and 4,000. Likewise, fixed overheads is being given as 11,000, 3,000 and 10,000 for depreciation, insurance and salaries. That also we will list under fixed overheads accordingly. Okay, so depreciation 11,000, insurance 3,000 and salary 10,000 is being recorded. Now coming to this variable cost, semi-variable cost. Okay, we will work out power first. Okay, so what has been told about power? It has been told that for power it is 20,000 rupees, out of which 30% is fixed and 70% is variable. So out of 20,000, 30% of the amount, which is 6,000, is fixed and 14,000 is variable. So under power we have given fixed and variable cost. So under accordingly we will write for fixed it is 6,000 and for variable it is going to be 14,000. So we have divided according to the percentage given in the question. Okay, next coming to the repairs, it is told that it is 2000 rupees and out of which 60% is fixed and 40% is variable. So 60% of 2000 is 1200. So 1200 is fixed and 800 is variable. So we will enter that also here. So repairs fixed 60%. So out of 2000, 60% is 1200 and balance is variable. Okay, so we have entered accordingly. Okay, now we'll see that we have entered all the expenses. So all the expenses are being entered. All the amount which is being given in the question are being entered. Okay, so now we'll see how to work out for the other items. For the 700 units and 1000 units capacity, we'll see how we are going to work it out. Okay, so we know that, okay, as per the rule, we know that fixed cost is not going to change. Even if the capacity changes, fixed cost is not going to change. Therefore, if depreciation is 11,000 for 800 units, it is going to be the same for 1000 units and for 700 units. Likewise, the other items also. Therefore, we will write the same amount in the other capacity columns also. So, it is going to be the same. And likewise, under semi-variable cost also we have a part of fixed cost which is also going to remain the same. Which is also going to remain the same for the other capacities. So, we will just enter that for the other units also. Okay, so it is going to be 6000 for 1000 units also, 1200 for 1000 units also. So now we have written the fixed cost. Okay, so fixed cost is not going to change, therefore we have written the fixed cost. Okay, the total is not going to change. Okay, but variable cost, the other part is variable cost, wherein it will change according to the units. Okay, according to the volume of production. Therefore, you need to find out the per unit cost and then find out the variable cost at different rates. Okay, different stages. So, we will find out per unit cost of variable cost of 800 units. So, it is 15 rupees. Okay, we will just drag it up. Therefore, we will get the per unit cost for everything. So now I have got per unit cost for all the items in the 800 units column. Okay, likewise for now we will enter the per unit cost for 700 units. It is not going to change, right? So we will write the same thing. Likewise here also it is not going to change. So it is going to be 17.5. Here it is 1 rupee. Okay, we have 4 variable costs. So we have written as such. Okay, and likewise for 1000 units also it is not going to get changed. The per unit cost of variable cost will not change. Okay, only the total will vary according to the volume of production. Therefore, write the same per unit cost for the other capacities also. Now, fill the total column. So, it should be 15 into 700 units. Okay, 700 into 15 rupees. Okay, and likewise here 700 into 5 rupees. Okay, likewise here 17.5 into 700 units. Okay, so this is going to be 700 rupees, 1 into 700. So here it should be 15 into 1000, so which is 15,000. The next one 5 into 1000, which is going to be 5,000. Likewise here 17,500, 17.5 into 1000, 17,000, 1 into 1000, 1000. Okay, so now we have entered per unit cost and the total of variable cost at all the points. Okay, now the other per unit costs are missing. So just fill it up. So it should be 6,000 divided by 700 here, and here it should be 1200 divided by 700. We are just dividing the total by the number of units. That's it. Okay. So just fill up all the per unit cost, since we need to find out the per unit cost also. So here 6000 divided by 1000, it should be 6 rupees, and 1200 divided by 1000, it should be 1.2, and 11,000 divided by 1000, 11 rupees. Here it should be 3, and then it should be 10. Okay, now we have entered everything. Okay, just we are going to total it now. Okay, we are going to just total it now. So add up the variable cost totally. So we have filled up all the totals now. And likewise total the semi-variable column also. And likewise total the fixed costs also. So now I have totaled all the variable cost, semi-variable cost and fixed cost. You can see that the semi-variable cost per unit is the same. It is only 20 rupees at all the volume of productions. But the total has changed. It is 14,000, 16,000 and 20,000. It increases according to the volume of production. Okay, when it was 700 units, it was 14. When it is 800, it has increased to 16. When it is 1000, it is 20,000. Coming to the fixed cost, you can see that the total cost, the rule, total cost will not change for fixed cost, right? So it is 24,000 at all the volumes of production. Okay, but per unit cost has a change. Okay, it was 34.2 at 700 units. Next it was 32, 800, and it has come down to 24 for 1000 units. So when you produce in large, your per unit cost is going to get reduced. Okay, now total the now you total all the three costs. Therefore, you will get the total of the budget. Total of the budget. So this is how we are going to work it out. Okay, so now we have found the total also. You can see per unit cost and the total. Okay, so per unit cost and the total. You can see that the per unit cost is getting reduced and the total is getting increased. Okay, so according to the variables given in the question, according to the data given in the question, we can suggest that it can increase its production, therefore it can decrease its per unit cost, therefore it can gain out of it. Okay, it can gain out of it. So the company can increase its volume up to 1000 units. So this is how we are going to prepare flexible budget. Okay, again I am saying fixed cost will not change according to the volume of production. Okay, wherein variable cost will change according to the volume of production. And flexible budget is prepared to see the cost at different stages of or different volumes of production. Thank you.